Good morning and happy Thursday. It's 6:32. I'm Chelsea Jones.
And I'm Adam McAllister. We are 20 days away from Santa coming to town. So exciting.
That's very exciting.
Yes, and I feel like the year kind of flew by. How do you guys feel?
Yeah, definitely flew by for sure. I always feel like from September to December is always the fastest part of the year.
Very true. It's like hyperdrive, like pew.
Yeah.
Like literally pew. But something good for today is that we're going to be warming up. You know, a chilly start to our morning, but everybody can lose the coats in the afternoon.
Definitely our temperatures are going pew. up the roller coaster for sure. Because like you mentioned before, temperatures are starting off in the 40s, so you'll definitely maybe need a light jacket before heading out the door, but very nice warm temperatures later on this afternoon in the upper 60s and lower 70s. And throughout the afternoon as well, we will start to see an increase in our cloud cover. Nevertheless, still a beautiful start to our Thursday morning. Take a look at those colors off towards the east. Here in West Monroe, we're starting off at 43 degrees. Winds are nice and calm. That is your forecast first.
Violence erupts at a U.S. landmark best known for a historic attack. A U.S. sailor opens fire and injures civilian employees at Pearl Harbor.
That's right. At least 3 are dead, including the suspect. John Lawrence reports.
Tragedy at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam in Honolulu Wednesday afternoon.
I heard like loud pops, and I kind of recognized that as, you know, gunshots. And immediately, I looked out the window, saw 3 people on the ground.
Officials say a U.S. sailor opened fire, wounding 3 civilian employees. 2 of the victims are confirmed dead, the third taken to the hospital and said to be in stable condition.
Obviously, our thoughts are with the families of the victims and everyone involved.
The sailor, a male who was assigned to the USS Columbia, then took his own life. This shooting happened 3 days before the 78th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attack.
The role that the shipyard played in World War II is pretty legendary, and the shipyard is well known for, you know, the amazing work they did then and the amazing work they continue to do. So this is certainly a tragedy for everyone here.
The base was on lockdown for about 3 hours before being reopened.
What's going through your mind right now?
Just really irritated.
An investigation is ongoing. No word yet on a possible motive. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says migrants inside a Louisiana jail were pepper sprayed to end their protest over prolonged detention. A spokesman at Wynn Parish Correctional said that a brief calculated use of pepper spray was employed during a protest Tuesday night at the facility. The spokesperson says about 50 migrants were pepper sprayed. Medical staff evaluated anyone who came into contact with the pepper spray, and no injuries were reported. Family members of people detained at Wynn Correctional said some migrants had refused to go back to their cell and were sleeping outside.
Reports of a shooter locks down Jackson State University. A spokesman says a non-student was shot in the leg across the street from the student center. A university police officer says the shooter was also a non-student. Now, school officials said the suspect is in a black Honda Accord with a license plate that reads MAC 0214. There's currently no description of that person at this time.
A voluntary evacuation order has been issued for Port Neches, Texas, due to elevated chemical levels. A news release from the city said the evacuation order is, quote, based on current conditions and out of an abundance of caution. Residents just returned to their houses Friday after an explosion at the TPC Group facility on November 27th. Tens of thousands of residents within a 4-mile radius of the chemical plant had to evacuate their homes the day before Thanksgiving. The blast sparked multiple fires that were finally extinguished Tuesday. 8 people were injured in the explosions. Port Neches Grove schools announced they will be closed for the rest of the week. TPC has not yet said what caused the explosion.
George Zimmerman is going after Trayvon Martin's family for millions of dollars in a new lawsuit. He has filed a $100 million suit against Martin's parents, their attorney, and others. Zimmerman was acquitted of murdering Martin after he shot and killed the 17-year-old back in 2012. He now claims the teen's parents knew a woman who testified during the trial as a fake witness. Now, Zimmerman is also alleging defamation by the Martin family attorney Ben Crump. In a statement, Crump calls the lawsuit unfounded and reckless and says Zimmerman is just trying to profit off of the Martins family grief. Now, Northeast Delta Human Services Authority is celebrating their official opening of the Bastrop Behavioral Clinic yesterday afternoon. Now, it is all to reintroduce to the community after an extensive renovation. The clinic will provide behavioral health screenings, treatment services, and even primary health care screenings, education treatment, and prevention services. Leaders say it's all about improving the quality of life for residents in Morehouse Parish.
We want to make sure that we brought some of these amazing services that we provide all over the region right here to the community of Morehouse Parish. But of course, we are already expanding our model to Ouachita Parish and to Franklin Parish.
The agency operates in 12 parishes in Northeast Louisiana, operating with the mission of excellent customer service, greater access to services, and quality care.
In other health news, more than 100 people have fallen ill from an E. coli outbreak linked to romaine lettuce. According to the CDC, 102 cases have been reported in 23 states. No deaths have been reported, but 58 people had to be hospitalized. The agency continues to advise consumers to not eat any lettuce that was grown in Salinas, California. And if you're not sure where your lettuce came from, you should just throw it out. Health experts also say you should wash and sanitize the drawers and shelves in the refrigerator where the lettuce was stored.
Now we're continuing our coverage on a heartbreaking story. Who killed 1-year-old Truth Turner in Eudora, Arkansas? That's the lingering question investigators and the family are still trying to figure out.
It's been 3 years since her death, and the family spoke to NBC 10's Gabrielle Pfeiffer about the case, and they feel it's been completely forgotten.
Jania Smart is your typical grandmother. She absolutely loves to talk about her grandkids.
Oh my God, they my world. I wouldn't take nothing for none of them.
But over the last 3 years, talking about one grandchild brings her to tears.
It's hard to look at all your grandkids and know is one not there.
Smart holds what she has left of her granddaughter, Truth Raymelo Khalees Turner. On October 9, 2016, 19-month-old Truth was shot in her head. She died days later. Fast forward 3 years, and still no one has been convicted of her murder.
The investigation is stalled. I feel like there's nothing going on. I feel like it's gotten cold to a lot of people. If we don't bring it back up, it's going to go away, and I don't want it to go away.
The family knows someone knows something. They also know an arrest won't bring Truth back, but it will help the family gain closure.
Put the shoe on the other foot, and if it was your baby, like, in the comfort of her own home, sleep, wouldn't you want to know? Like, wouldn't you want to know? Just anything.
And until someone comes forward, they have one goal in mind, and that's to keep the Truth name alive. In Eudora, Gabrielle Pfeiffer, NBC 10, your local news leader.
Since the shooting, one person was arrested, but the charges were later dropped due to a lack of evidence. Police think multiple people are involved.
So if you have any information about this case, the family is asking that you contact Eudora Police Department at the number on the bottom of your screen, and that's 870-355-4412. Now, in other Arkansas news, state health officials say 6 people have died from the flu so far this season. The Arkansas Department of Health says the deaths have all occurred in people 45 years or older. That's twice the number of people who died at the same time last year. Last season, 120 deaths in the state were attributed to the flu. Now, the flu season generally runs from October through May.
A massive fire at an Arkansas factory seen for miles. Thick black smoke rising from the United Industries building in Bentonville. The fire started around 11:30 yesterday morning. City officials say there are no reports of injuries so far and no evacuations have been ordered. Firefighters have contained the blaze. And remember to check out our interactive newscast for all the stories everybody's talking about in the ArkLaMiss. It's called Newsfeed Now. You can see it only on myarklamiss.com at 11 a.m. every weekday morning. Newsfeed Now is a streaming newscast that goes behind the scenes of all the stories trending on social media. You can join in the conversation and weigh in with our host, Aaron Nolan. Watch it weekdays at 11 a.m. on myarklamiss.com or the NBC 10 app.
Now, your local weather.
Well, high temperatures for today will be beautiful. Most of us will be getting up into the upper 60s and lower 70s. 71 in Shreveport, 70 in Texarkana. More of those middle to upper 60s up towards southern Arkansas, 66 Monticello, and 65 for folks in Greenville. Now, again, later this afternoon, we will start to see an increase in cloud cover right as the system is moving closer to our area, along with that warm front. And that low pressure system and that warm front are maybe going to initiate a few light showers by late tonight. We're talking about 10 p.m. and into your early Friday morning. But thanks to the cloud cover, lows overnight tonight not dropping as much, only getting down into the lower to middle 50s. 54 for Ruston and Monroe and all the way to Vicksburg, 55 in Shreveport and 55 in Natchitoches. And just keep in mind too, it's early Friday morning. We'll see those showers before we dry out by the afternoon.
Well, still to come on NBC 10 News today, we're previewing the highly anticipated SEC championship game.
Yep, we're going to hear from Coach O and look at the Tigers' strategy ahead of their next game coming up in our Go Nation report.